Sincere Heart, and I am bringing you the word of the week. This week's discussion is going to be reigniting your light or your fire. So about a week or so ago, I was not feeling myself, kind of feeling down in the dumps, not shining as bright and bubbly like I normally am. And coincidentally enough, or ironically enough, I had a friend who was kind of feeling the same way. And she contacted me on my Facebook page, Miss Sincere Heart, and she asked me, like, what is your routine you have or you do when you're lacking motivation or that positive energy? Like, how do you get your glow back? That was her primitive question. So a couple of things that ran through my mind when I was going through my down in the dumps moments was, what did I do to allow these things to happen? Who was I around? What energy, what environment, those types of things. What was going on at the time that I started to lose that shine in myself, my glow? And it became a bit exhausting to kind of figure out what was going on because I was already down in the dumps. So I was like, forget it. I don't want to think about this anymore. And I just decided to just stop. So first thing you can do to get your glow back is just stop. Stop focusing on what happened in the past and start paying attention to what's going on now. So just stop. I want you to rid yourself of that negative energy. Whatever you need to do in a positive manner. I know it's kind of hard to be positive when you're in the dumps, but whatever you need to do, whether you need to write, go exercise, create something. A lot of our creations, our great creations, come from either when we're down in the dumps or when we're shining as bright as we possibly can shine. So just push that negative energy out. Let it go. One of the greatest ways to let something go is to write it down and burn it. So let it go. 2, do something that relaxes you once you've rid yourself of that negative energy. Either you make sure you take care of yourself in a relaxing manner, or the nature, the universe, your spiritual beliefs will push you to make sure that you relax. Ridding yourself of negative energy is very exhausting and it is very consuming because once it's gone, you have to start picking yourself up from there. So stop and let it go. 2, start relaxing. 3, I want you to pay attention to yourself and what's going on around you. Pay attention to those people that you were around when you weren't feeling happy. They tend to be a part of the reason, or they tend to flock to you when you're down in the dumps. Either they're good people or they're bad people. Depends on their purpose and how they're serving in your life during your down in the dump moments. Pay attention to the people who are around you when you start elevating yourself back up, when you start vibrating higher. They play an importance in your life as well. And for those of us who are spiritual or just of religious and spiritual belief, get back to that, because that's what feeds your spirit. That's what feeds your soul. Whether you're Buddhist, you're Catholic, you're Muslim, you're Christian, whatever it is that you need to push forward, press through, elevate high, vibrate high, I need you to get back in that. Read a scripture, read a nayah, read a surah, read some affirmations, listen to some calming meditation music or some binaural beats. Do something to feed your soul. You've already struck the match and you gave that fire. You've lit your fire back. Now you have to keep it burning. And then my bonus, and I'll tell you what I did. My bonus is remember how you felt during your plummet. And the reason why I want you to remember how you felt during your plummeting times or your down in the dump moments is because this is how you grow. This is how you learn, and this is how you grow. Once you get through it, you can stop and reflect and say, hey, so this is what happened. This is why I was feeling so down in the dumps. This is why I was feeling gloomy and blue and just constantly consuming negative energy. And once you're able to find those things out, and even if you're precise enough to pinpoint what it is, I want you to remember that and remember how you felt, and then I want you to grow from there. Now, sometimes when you go searching for those answers and you get into the dark, deep corners and the pits of your soul where all of us have those, you may not find an answer, and that's okay. That's okay. You may not need an answer for now. You may have just been going through a phase of having a chill day and you just felt like it was a bad day. Sometimes you might need to stay in the pits of your soul so you can find that light. And remember that you are that light. You're just searching to make sure that all of the corners and all of the nooks and crannies of your soul are lit, and they're igniting. They're on fire like they're supposed to be. Now, quick thing of what I did. I let myself rest, and after I rest, I went home. I did some yoga. I lit a candle, and I have some spiritual things going on in my house and in my life, so it was a motivation candle. And I read some affirmations to go along with it, and I lit an incense for different clearing purposes, clearing of negative energy once it's been released. And I put some water by it, because 75% of our body is water. And if you can't swim to those dark corners of your soul, then it's going to be kind of hard for you to elevate to the highest points of the universe. And that's a part of your soul and spirit as well. And then I took me a really hot shower, and I relaxed, and I took a nap. So those are some things that I did to get myself back going, to get my light back shining, to get my glow back. Now, what you do for yourself is completely different. I just want to make sure that you learn and you grow from there. Remember where you were, and remember how you felt at that time. That way, when you do see this coming again, or you experience, because you're going to experience it again, just because you're bubbly, that doesn't mean that you're not going to have a bad moment again. You're going to have that bad moment. And don't let those energy vampires get the best of you. It's hard. I know it's hard. Be you. Always be you. I'm your magical goddess in love and light. It's Miss Sincere Heart. Have a great week. Give me some hearts, give me some likes, give me some shares. I love you all. Subscribe, and we'll be talking about this later on.